दिक्कत नहीं पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who ask you, live at zero complaint level, मौज में रहो, be happy. Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Life is lived by the mind. Life is not lived by the body. Like the car has nowhere to go. The person sitting in the car, he has to go somewhere. In the same manner, our body is just a vehicle. And a real life is lived by the mind. Now better? Okay. Maybe he wants you to sit here. See? So, this you have only heard. Life is lived by the mind, not by the body. This information must be converted into experience. If the information is not converted into experience, it remains as only erudition and scholarship. About this, I'll tell you an example. In India, somewhere, one philosophical department, I was invited. I went and had some talk with the students, and everything was over. Then I was sitting with the head of the department and having chat over a cup of tea. So he said, Swamiji, I don't know what should I do. I said, then don't do. If you know what to do, do it. See, the student who got PhD under me, he is now head of the department and I have to work under him because of the quota system. He belongs to a particular category, therefore he got this position and I have to work under him. Tell me, what is this? I said, this is, you are his subordinate. So behave like a subordinate. No, you are not getting. I have taught him. His PhD is signed by me. And see what is happening. Now what you have studied and taught in Vedanta, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, Jivo Brahmaiva Naparaha. This world is merely an illusion. And then after knowing that mirage waters are illusions, and yet I go on struggling to collect the mirage water and try to have the chemical analysis of the mirage water, and I fail, and therefore I blame God. God, why you are doing like this thing? Therefore, all our gods smile. Are Beowulf, you are running after something which doesn't exist. Now, where all this was happening? Only in his mind. Therefore, this we have to be fully convinced because we all live our convictions. Today, my conviction is I am a Swami. Your conviction is you are a samsari. My conviction is I am from Bharat. Your conviction is I am American. And whole life we live our convictions. Now, if we are convinced that life is lived by the mind, our way to deal with the life will be different. And this is only information you are getting. You have to work on it. Now we go next step. Because we are convinced that I am body, therefore, what is our life? We take care of our body, give food, shelter, everything. We give medicines, we give some health exercises so that the body remains healthy. Now, if this is clear, now come to the mind. What we have done right from day one of our life to keep our mind healthy. You should not eat that food. It is not good for you. You should take only the organic food. Even salt organic. In our Mumbai, you get organic salt. When you go to Chowpatty, they give you that bhel puri and then they top it with the salt. So everywhere we talk about organic, take care of the health and do this, do that. Now tell me, what we have done from day one of our life to take care of the health of our mind? Nothing. We only know one thing, complain about the mind. See? And then the complaint also is not proper. Complaint is, my mind is very disturbed. So when you say that I am not well, so what the doctor will say? Tell the symptoms. So we tell the symptoms. From the symptoms, the doctor arrives at the diagnosis, this is the disease, and then the medicine is given. So when we say, I am disturbed, tell the symptoms. Symptoms are, Swamiji, my son doesn't listen to me and he is going with some other girl and I don't want her to get married to her. I have selected one girl for him, but he doesn't want to get married. What should I do? I said, I'll get married to that girl. See, friends. So, what are the symptoms? Symptoms are, the one who is disturbed is a mother. But what she was telling, my mind is disturbed. So find out what is the cause of disturbances. Then you will discover one day very clearly, we are disturbed because we become somebody. We are disturbed as mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, in-law, outlaw. We are disturbed. But are they real? See, the problem is we do not think. We only argue and ask questions. See, friends, we have to ourselves discover. Then slowly, slowly, we will become mind or thought oriented. Rather than complaining about the mind, we will start working on the mind. Now, why should we work on the mind? So that the mind is healthy. Healthy mind alone gives us healthy life. Those who are depressed, dejected, frustrated, vengeance, cruelty, anger, body-wise they look like any one of us. But the whole life is lived only by the mind. So, really what matters in our life is how is our mind. See, we do so many things. We do social service. Then we go to the temple, we do upasana. For what? Because others are doing, we also do. What is the purpose? And therefore, we have to clearly understand. First, stop complaining about anything or anybody in this world. Living at zero complaint level, no complaint. Because the disturbances of the mind express as complaints. And complain about what and about whom? When we become somebody. I will complain about my wife. This is just example. Thank God I am happy. In UK, many years before, I had a retreat and many Britishers were there. And after the session was over, one elderly man, he said, Mr. Swami, yes sir, you guys from India don't get married. I didn't reply anything. Then he said, after all, happiness is not everything in life. That day I discovered there are two types of people in this world. Those who are married and those who are happy. So, if we have complained about anything or anybody, it clearly tells we are not happy. So, next step. Unfortunate though it is true, nobody ever taught us, whether our parents, our grandparents, nobody ever taught us how to think. Nobody teaches. Because they themselves don't know. They know only complaints. If your parents, complain about the children. If your in-laws, complain about outlaws. What else life? See? Therefore, real spiritual life begins when we start working on our mind. See? Now for that, we have to now understand our personality. What is our personality? If we will do mechanically taking drinks and drugs, mind will be cool. But that is not the solution. You will get addicted to that. Therefore, let us find out the complete picture of our own being. First step. This world comes into existence when we are identified with the body as in the waking experience. See? Now, don't have to see anything. Just learn from your own experiences. Don't go and ask anybody. When we ask others, we get a reply. Reply is not answer. Answer you have to discover. Reply could be anything. See? Therefore, in your schools you must have seen the children are given question paper along with that answer books. Reply books are not given. Reply could be anything. What is the capital of India? One student wrote. He gave reply, Sir, you don't know even this much? Who made you teacher? Is it an answer or a reply? He was expected to give answer, not reply. When we ask others, from others we get reply, answer we have to discover. And for that, the first step, if you really mean spiritual life, the first step is learn from every single experience of your life every day. The process of learning should not come to a halt. So now what we have to learn? When we are in deep sleep, now ask this question to yourself. In deep sleep, where are we? When are we? And what are we? Three things. In deep sleep, we are neither in America nor in Russia. Neither 2024 nor 2020. Neither man nor woman. Neither husband nor wife. But we are there. That time we are happy and others are also happy. Very good sleep for Lord. In Mumbai, I went to somebody's house for Viksha something, and a young couple, they had a son, and maybe about 1 year or 1.5 years. So only the mother was at home, father was supposed to come back. So when I went there, I said, hey, where is my baby? Swamiji, he is sleeping. I said, okay, I'll go and take him and hug him and kiss him and play with him. Whatever she was cooking, she left everything, came running and pulled me back. Don't. Why? I said, he's so cute. I can't stop. He looks cute when he sleeps. When he's awake, he's Rakshas. See? Is it not our experience? So when we are in deep sleep, what is the deep sleep? We simply go to sleep but don't learn. Deep sleep is an experience where body identification is not valid, yet we continue to exist. So we are because of the body, or the body is because of us? Think how important it is. Learn. There is nothing anybody can teach us. This is another principle, my friends. Don't have the wrong notion that anybody can teach us. Nobody can teach anybody in this world. And if you are bent upon learning, even God cannot stop you from learning. See? Take the examples from Mahabharata. Ekalavya was denied by Dronacharya. He said, Sir, teach me archery. No, I will not teach you. I don't want to accept you as my disciple. What that boy did, who cares? You are my guru. Whether you accept me or not, you to be my guru is in my heart, not outside you. You may reject me, but I have accepted you as my guru. And then, keeping that guru as his ideal, he learned. And he was far superior than Arjun. Far superior. Now, from this story, what we have to learn is this. Friends, learn from every single experience of your life. So, we have learned that in deep sleep we are not identified with the body. Therefore, there is no issue of time, space, and object or any relation, and therefore we are happy. We have learned. So, if we want to discover happiness, then what we have to do? Go to sleep. How long will you sleep? Now, watch within yourself. When we are in America, we talk about Bharat. And when we are in Bharat, we talk about America. Can't we keep ourselves 100% wherever you are, wherever you are, whatever you are, be 100%? You have learned whole Bhagavad Gita. See, friends, but problem is this. We live here and think about India. And then we go to India, think about here. Poor mind. We are torturing that mind. Dear friends, the first principle, we are independent of body. The day you will accept this principle, you have taken a big leap on the spiritual path. See? Nobody will be able to help us. We have to do that. Then Upanishad tells, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, about deep sleep. Tatra mata amata bhavati. Tatra means in deep sleep. Tatra pita apita bhavati. So in deep sleep, we are neither mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife. But we are there. Therefore, next step in analyzing our own mind's experiences and learning from them. See, then we come to know to whatever we have given importance, that becomes the seed, and from the seed, the forest of thoughts come out. Learn it. Nothing can be taught. See? Now, right now, we'll do this small experiment. Wherever you are sitting, perfectly all right. Don't have to change anything. Now let us play. Spiritual life is a fun. It is not a torture. Agri vanni prushte bhano ratru chubuka samarpita jano jatilo mundi lunchita kesha. No. Relax. See? And the relaxation by the process of learning. So let us play. Just play that you are husband or wife and think. Stop. Now, again play another game. Become parents or children and think. Stop. You know, these experiments which I give in my talks, from these experiments, you know what I have learned? When I tell you, become husband or wife and think, my problem is, I am neither husband nor wife. What should I think? See? That day I discovered this principle. Now play the last game. Remain as nobody. and think. Stop. Now analyze these three experiments. When you became husband or wife, the thoughts were pertaining to wife or husband respectively. When you become parent or children, thoughts are pertaining to children or parents respectively. When you are nobody, no thoughts. So what is spiritual practice? Don't become anybody, just be. Becoming is a burden. Being is freedom. When we become somebody, we become extraordinary. I am husband, I am wife, I am rich, I am poor, I am educated, I am poor educated, I am successful, I am failure. These are all the specialities. The burden of the specialities we are carrying on our head. You can see this everywhere in this world. In Rishikesh, there are so many Swamis there. So when I went to some place, as easily as I can, I went and did namaskar to that Mahatma Ji. The moment I did namaskar, somebody who was with me, he pulled me. Swamiji, what happened? Don't do namaskar to him. I said, are you jealous? I will do to you also. No, no. He is just a grahastha. He is not a Mahatma. You are a Swami. You should not do namaskar to him. Speciality. He is ordinary, I am extraordinary. This is how the samsara begins. The real spiritual practice is remain ordinary. And when you are ordinary, you never get insulted. And then extraordinary is what? Adding qualifications to your head. And then we carry the burden throughout life. And when this happens, when we are identified with the body. So when we carry any burden for long, what we do? We undo. Like my ammas, they call it as a purse, but actually it is a hold-on. It contains Pura Bharatvarsha. And they will be carrying on their shoulder. So wherever they go, first, before sitting, first of all, do the prana pratishtha. Because it's such a heavy burden. Exactly the same way. We are so tired of the burdens that we carry that we unburden ourselves and go to sleep. That is the reason many people sleep in the satsang. Because unburdened. And those who sleep in satsang, I like them very much. See, one of my experience I had told, right in the front, 2 seats. This happened in Mumbai. So, one was descendant of Kumbhakarna, other was descendant of Dunlop. So, Kumbhakarna and Dunlop sitting next to each other. My talk started. Within 5 minutes, Kumbhakarna was in the 7th heaven and he slept on the Dunlop. Now Dunlop got angry. So he wanted to move. But Kumbhakarna was born Kumbhakarna. Put the hand and watch him from here. Such a great fun. After my satsang was over, that Kumbhakarna got up first. And he says, Swamiji, you are awesome. I said, thank you very much. He went away. Then Dunlop came. Swamiji, you saw him sleeping. Why didn't you wake him up? I said, look here. First of all, keep cool. What for you have come to satsang? To become miserable or happy? I came for happy, but I said, cool. He was already happy. He was struggling to be happy. He was already happy. Therefore, those who sleep in satsanga, they are great. But you will see other type of Mahatmas, they become very angry. Why is sleeping? Wake him up. So the next person says, why should I wake him up? You put him to sleep. See, friends, don't take life seriously. When we become serious, we want to prove something. I am someone extraordinary than you. No, my friends, remain ordinary. And once we learn this technique, then you will come to know whenever we are identified with the body, we have a sense of incompleteness. Otherwise, tell me, a young, healthy, intelligent boy having a very good job or factory, earning in 5 digits, why should he think, I must get married? Because what a life without a wife? A sense of incompleteness. Then after getting married, what a life because of the wife. Constantly struggling. Therefore, learn this principle. Wherever there is a sense of incompleteness that creates disturbances in the mind, those disturbances are called desire. See? And there are 2 types of desires. Desire of having something, desire of not having something. See? Like those who don't have kids, they are miserable because they don't have kids. Those who have kids, they are super miserable. What God will do? See, friends. Therefore, all the problems begin, root cause is body identification. Thereafter, we have desires, and the desires have no end, no limit. Something more. We'll see throughout the world, the corruption which happens is only because of this. How much money will you require? More and more and more. Even your houses, you can see clothes, shoes. In Melbourne, my friend constructed a house. And he says, Swamiji, my house is like India. It means what? Means every room has got an attached bathroom latrine. Because in the Western world, they don't have that everywhere. So, you please come and have a tour of my house. Okay. You have to play all the drama. Then, when we are going, Swamiji, that last room is my daughter's room. I said, okay, let me see. She came out and stood like this. You are not coming to my room. I said, I will come. How can you say no? तुम्हारे बाप का घर है, तुम्हारा नहीं. And she didn't allow, but I forcibly went inside. And I looked. On one side, there was a rack of shoes, and there were at least 30-40 pairs of shoes. I said, God has given you only 2 legs. If you are quadruped, 4 legs, you will have a whole shop and house. There is no end. Friends, remember, if you are working on your mind, have this rule, thus far, not further. about everything. Getting involved with somebody, thus far, not further. And for that, our Mahamantra you have heard, Dekho, Suno, Mat Bolo. One thing I have learned here in this country, I am coming here for last 40 years. One thing I learned, very good thing. People see each other, but they have no comment to offer on anybody. Today we went to which place? Chipotle. We went to Chipotle, and there we took our food and we were eating. Then one man came, and such a lovely hairstyle. In the center, it was like, express highway, black, and all around there were gardens, all tattoo. Very healthy, hefty, strong. And on the right side, his live pistol was hanging. And tak, tak, tak. So I, being Indian, when I looked at it, my mind started talking. What a lovely hairstyle, isn't it? Then, but how can he carry that live pistol with him? Others were also seeing, but they have no comment. This is very high spiritual practice. Dekho, suno, mat bolo. Old habits die hard, including old people. There was one Punjabi family. That old man came to here. This happened maybe about 30 years before 9/11. So, now as the grandparents in our country, they have to tell something or the other to the children. If the child is sitting, where is sitting? Stand up. If he is standing, where is standing? Sit down. They want to have their authority. And like this way, when child was told, he got angry. 9/11. This old guy is troubling me. Bundled and taken. See, why get involved with anybody or anything in life unless asked? See, friends, and this comes because we have not learned. What we have not learned, be attentive. Mind expresses as speech. If we are working on our mind, if we learn really what matters in our life is our mind. See? Mind is unmanifest speech. Speech is manifest mind. Words are heard by the mind, then reaction comes. Reaction comes in terms of words only. Suppose you listen to some classical and you like it, aha, mukarrar, mukarrar. There was one classical singer and he was giving a performance. And first piece was over. So people said, once more, once more. He did it second time, third time, eighth time. Then he said, you liked it so much. You are asking me to repeat the same again and again? No, till you sing correctly. You are singing wrong. Friends, relax. Spiritual life, satsanga is not a punishment. Therefore, listen, mind is functioning through the ears. Talk, mind is functioning through the speech. Now, what others will say, we have no control. But how we react, we have to have control. And what is this world? World is only two things: name and form. There is no third thing in the world. Nama Rupatmakam Jagat. Rupa by the eyes. Nama, the words, by the ears. If we work on this one principle, we are working on our mind. Now, be very attentive. External sounds, words which are coming to us, we have no control over that. But we can have control on producing the sound. See? But instead of that, what is our approach? Why they are making noise? And we react. On the contrary, if you follow this principle, देखो, सुनो, मत बोलो. So what will happen? That sound disturbance will be buried in your mind and you don't react. Now this you can understand with some principle. Example. If you see a lake and in that you put one dry leaf, that will be enough to create ripples on the surface of the waters. But if you see deep sea, there the whole ship sinks, no ripples. Exactly the same way, if we are living deep in our being, we will not react. What is surface living? Surface living is becoming somebody. And what is deep living? Playing the role of somebody, but not getting entangled in any role. Like an actor on the stage. That actor knows he is just useless, but he is playing the role of Chhatrapati Shivaji. He is not even a pati. Forget about Chhatrapati. But when he comes on the stage, plays so beautifully well, that time also he knows he is not Chhatrapati. Another example. You must have known during 1920, 30, the ladies were not coming on the stage to act. It was the gents who used to put on the costume of the lady and acting on the stage. Bala Gandharva, etc., during their time. That was the one. So when that man was acting as a woman, that time also he knew, I am a man. So bring this to your life. Although you are in front of your wife, remember first you are a man and then you are a wife and then you are a husband. Then what is to be done? Karnataka. Natak karo. And in Natak, drama, you don't decide what you have to speak. The director tells, speak this thing. So who is the director of your life? Wife. This principle is so strong, you try. When she is talking, you should keep quiet. When she is quiet, you should not talk. There will be peace everywhere. You have learned Bhagavad Gita. Hey friends, on small little things, so much of argument, logic, it has no meaning at all. Hey friends, therefore what matters is work on your mind. And we can work on our mind by these basics. Sounds are heard by the mind. Colors and forms are also seen by the mind. You must have seen there are some people, when they sleep, their eyes are open. In front of their open eyes, if you ask them 2 + 2, how much? No reply. Because the mind is not there. It's only the structural eyes are open, functional eyes are not there. See? Therefore, when we are living in this world, the colors and forms are seen by the mind. The sounds are heard by the mind. Now, if we work on this simple principle, how the mind matters, if we work on this thing, see everything, no comment. But we Indians, we have to comment. कहना नहीं चाहिए, स्टैंडर्ड कहना नहीं चाहिए, लेकिन हमारे पड़ोसी की बहू हमसे अच्छी है. अरे महारानी, when you know you should not talk, why don't you keep your mouth shut? But it comes like a vomit. Moli do abhi. See, my friends, I am not giving you a mantra in your hand. Ram, 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 Ram. I am not telling you, observe fast. See? No, I observe fast. Why? Special, not ordinary. Yes, I don't take food for 7 days. You don't take food for 7 days, then how do you survive? I eat at night. To whom are you cheating? Friends, please remember, we don't have to prove anything to anybody in this world. We are answerable to our own conscience. Do we fall short of self-respect? Do we carry the load of guilt? Are we infected by the arrogance of success? Work on this. In short, we have to mind our mind. Nobody can do it for us. And we are all the victims of only the mind, nothing else. Just if you recognize this so simple way, whenever we are disturbed, we are somebody. Now dig into it, how this somebody was born. Then we come to know somebody is nobody plus some conditioning becomes somebody. See? A boy, nobody. Got married, called as husband, somebody. No, man is never miserable. Husband is the one whose हंसी बंद हो गई, इसीलिए husband. Now who is disturbed? It is the conditioned man, not the real man. Recognize this. And therefore, देखो सुनो, live in this world nicely, cheerfully, happily, but no comment. You know, we are told we should control our sense organs of action, but very difficult. I'll tell you one simple technique. Try. Control only tongue. Tongue is 2 in 1. On eating and talking. So eating, give yourself minimum choice as regards food is concerned. Whatever is there, enjoy. But don't become obsessed. You have conquered 50% of your mind. Taste is Jnanendriya, organ of perception. Second part, the speech. In English, there are now 2 words. In Sanskrit, there are 2 words. Rasana is referred when we taste the food, and Jivva is referred when we talk. So now I am talking to you, so my tongue is Jivva. When I will eat something, that time the tongue is Rasana. So these two functions are done by one sense organ, and that is tongue. So first, देखो सुनो मत बोलो. So you have controlled your organ of action. No comment. Then give yourself minimum choice as regard food is concerned. You have conquered Jnanendriyas. These two things are consciously practiced. Then slowly, slowly, a real seeker is evolving. See? And then we go into deeper understanding of mind. In the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna was told by Bhagavan Krishna. Arjuna's condition was complaining. And Bhagavan has to deal with him. So Bhagavan was keeping quiet. And after he became ready to listen, then what instruction Bhagavan gave? First instruction for all of us. Learn from experience. Whatever we do in our life, anything you do in your life, there are two options. Either we win or we are defeated. If we win, we gain. If we are defeated, we lose. If we gain, we are happy. If we lose, we are miserable. Bhagavan says, Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya jayo, meaning let these complementary opposites do not influence our mind to such an extent that instead of experiencing, we start reacting. What is the reaction? Reaction is every interaction leaves an impression on the mind. Impressions are likes and dislikes. When I win the race, I like it. When I am defeated, I don't like it. When I gain, I like it. When I lose, I don't like it. When there is a joy, I like it. When there is misery, I don't like it. In short, if we learn this principle, whenever we interact in the world, our attention should be, let us not allow the impressions of likes or dislikes to be fallen on our mind. Same krutva. And this can come only through wisdom. थोड़े गम है, थोड़ी खुशियाँ, ये जीवन है. Yes, sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. This is what life is. But what happens? We become so obsessed. One mother I know in San Jose, very rare type of mother. Her son studying here only, and yes, in the school he wanted to learn chess. So he went to the class and he was learning chess. In first go itself, he defeated everybody. Naturally, he was appreciated and then he represented the school at a higher level. And in that competition, out of the 5 rounds, 4 rounds he won, 5th he lost. Then he was crying, frustrated, came home. See, this is what a real mother is. He said, I am happy you lost 1 round. Because life is both success and defeat. We have to learn to take the defeat with the same smile as we take the success. This is called real mother. then we are really working on the mind. Therefore, Bhagavan says, Nainam papam avapsasi. So when you maintain the equanimity of your mind, you will not incur sins. Now be very attentive. See, there is nothing in this world which is singular. Nothing. Except Paramatma. Joy, sorrows. Health, disease. Friends, enemies. Near, far. Good, bad. Victory, defeat. Everything is in pairs. Now Bhagavan says, Same Krutva, meaning let whatever experiences happen in our life, good or bad, our attention should be on the quality of our mind before we take up a job, during the execution of the job, and the job is over. Attention should be on the equanimity of the mind. Friends, therefore, it is necessary we fail sometime. See, so important it is. So, if we want to know Bhagavad Gita in 2 words, the disease dealt with in Bhagavad Gita is mamata. Don't go to West Bengal. There's a cancer. See? So, mamata is the disease. See, 3 examples of mamata in Bhagavad Gita. Dhritarashtra attached to the throne. Duryodhan attached to his victory. Let the people die. Madarthe tyakta jivitaha. And Arjuna attached to goody-goody. 3 types of attachments. Bhagavan says, these mamata attachments, they are the cause of your misery. And therefore, he suggests, Same Krutva. So, the mamata has to be conquered by samata. Unless we recognize this, what is most important in the whole universe is our equanimity of mind. Equanimous mind is expression of divinity. See? Now see, up to this point, we have not done anything. We are only learning. Now, this is another important principle about the mind we have to learn. Actions will lead us to exhaustion and tiredness. Learning will keep you alert and cheerful. Anything you do, any action, including your meditation, it will begin for some time, it will end after some time. Therefore, all those who are doing meditation, you will see half an hour meditation, rest of the day frustration. No, I want to learn meditation. Can you teach meditation? No. It requires a hug, I think. Okay, darling. Okay. Another 5-10 minutes. Then it will be quiet. So, if we learn in today's satsang what matters in life is only the mind. All other things are okay. Because mind alone is living, mind alone is dying, mind alone is happy, mind alone is miserable. Nothing happens to body. This example I have given in many of my talks, where I learned that life is lived by the mind, not by the body. When there was some kind of growth on my toe, so somebody did namaskar, and he says, Swamiji, you must operate it. It is not good thing. I said, okay, I'll get operated. He said, I am a doctor, I can do it. I said, come on, do it. I went to his clinic, sat on the chair, put my leg on this stool, and he gave local anesthesia. And after 15 minutes, he said, now you can watch. And he cut it open. Next to that growth, took out the whole growth like a ice cream scoop. And he says, you are lucky, everything has come out, no remnant. Then I saw the blood oozing, he was stitching, and was observing that. That time I thought, oh, I am realized nothing happens to me, although he is cutting my food. I am a great yogi for 15 minutes. After that, again the pain started. That day I discovered when the operation was going on, there was a curfew for the mind to enter. When the curfew was lifted, when the medical impact in that area was over, the pain came. So where is everything happening? Only in the mind. My friends, if you take today's takeaway this much, nobody can help us. We have to mind our mind. Nobody can help. Don't go on complaining here and there. You will find out we are obsessed with something. We want everything to happen according to our choice, but it will never happen. Therefore, living at zero complaint level. You are ठीक है यार, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? I'll tell you one example. How, if your mind is at peace, you can be always happy. It happened in Mumbai. I used to go to a place for satsang for last 30 or 40 years. So, it's a multiplex, satsang multiplex, 5-story building. On every floor, there is some satsang going on. My satsang used to be always on the top floor. One day when I went, the watchman told, Swamiji, today your satsang is on the ground floor. I said, okay. When I was going there, one of the trustees came. Swamiji, why are you going there? I said, cinema dekhne ke liye. No, your lectures are on the 5th floor. I said, your watchman told me. Who is he? He is a watchman. See how you react in life. Then I went inside. He came. No. All the TV camera, everything was there. Audience was sitting. And I was supposed to sit and start. No, we'll go on the 5th floor. I will see who stops. Prestige issue. I am a trustee. Then I said, okay, we'll go up. So I took the glass of water. No, you drink up there. I said, okay. And then I went to other room and I told that servant, I said, hey, chai le awa, garam, Gujarati chai. So he went and got tea. So when I was enjoying tea, one person like any one of you came and said, Swamiji, what are you doing? I said, मैं तबला बजा रहा हूँ. Why don't you talk straight? I said, why don't you understand? I am taking tea. What are you doing? No, they have just shifted you from here to there and you are so cool taking tea. You are not disturbed. Then he told a story. The other day it happened like that. One Swami was sitting, some other Swami came, so they requested, we'll move a little bit so he also can sit. This Swami got angry. He got up. I will not give lecture. Went away. And they physically lifted you. Nothing happens to you. I said, look here. Those who have come here and those who will be there. I know both the places nobody listens. How does it matter? Where I am. What matters is wherever I am, how I am, that is matter. Don't make any issue out of anything. You have learnt everything. And you will see, we are all miserable. Never for something great. Bhagwan Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to be miserable. Oh Ma, today also you did not talk to me. See? Our misery. In the morning I didn't get a cup of tea. Are daridri. Be miserable for something standard. For a cup of tea. Now tell me, all of us are miserable, never for something great, but small little things. Now tell me, among all of us, who is miserable because we could not become President of America? Nobody is miserable. Our misery is chiny-weeny. See, friends, learn from these things. Then you are really walking spiritual path. Therefore, Bhagavan says, Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam Vrata Paripalanam Athava Danam Jnana Vihina Sarvamatena Bhajatina Muktim Janmashatena. Don't get carried away by what is happening around. What is important is mind your mind. And this can be done only through understanding. There is no kriya. Or else you do the pranayama and and then the mind is quiet. How long? Till the pranayama curfew is going on. After the curfew is lifted, the mind comes with a vengeance. Don't do all that. See? Our sadhana of mind is like what? One man went to doctor. Doctor Saab, yes. I am putting too much of weight. Please tell me what diet I should follow. So doctor gave prescription. These vegetables, that fruit and all that. And report me after 1 month. He went after 1 month, double. Doctor said, what did you do? No, whatever you told me, I used to eat. After that, I was eating what you were telling. Our spiritual practice is like that. See, friends, remember this. The most valuable commodity in the whole universe is our peace of mind. Bhagavan says, Naste buddhi ayuktasya, nacha yuktasya bhavana, nacha bhavayata shantihi, ashantasya kuta sukham. Undisturbed mind is bliss. Disturbances are, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. जो है ठीक है यार. One lady called me during Corona festival. Those who have heard, I used to label my talks as Corona festival. So he says, Swamiji, you are talking to the camera? I say, yes. But I don't find any difference whether you are talking to the camera or to the audience. How it happens? I said, I know, nobody listens to me. And yet I keep on talking. Not for them, but for me. Whatever I talk, who is the first audience? Me. If my talk does not influence me, will it influence others? We are here to learn and merge in the divine bliss. This is the only thing pending in our life. And nobody can do it for us. There is no proxy for living life. We have to live our life. There is no proxy for death. We have to die our death. There is no proxy on the spiritual path. One Sethji went to a Shiva temple and told Panditji, do Maha Mrityunjay Japa for my health. Okay. Sethji, Dakshina, you people are very greedy, money. Take ₹100. And then he turned. Panditji said, Sethji, jap over. महामृत्युंजय मंत्र जब सो फास्ट ₹100 में ऐसे ही होता है. There is no proxy on the spiritual path. And spiritual life is not a part-time profession. It is a full-time preoccupation. If we keep these points in our mind, then you will see we are the source of wisdom. We are the source of miseries. So what we invoke, that only comes out. Give it a try. It's not difficult. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.